The Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Chandler with the screen on Butler. Bledsoe for 3, but he recovers it. Warren dishes to Chandler. Shot clock at 5. He kicks it to Warren. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in this game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Here's Booker, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And that ties it up.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Chandler with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Knight leading the charge. A nice shot by Booker. Here's Rose. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Kicks to Chandler. Soft touch off the glass. Chandler's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Kicks it out to Gibson. Here's Butler. And he gets it to go.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense could do.
Now Bledsoe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 on the clock. They double-team Bledsoe. McDermott with a steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. Misses the slam off the fast break. Dishes it to Knight. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. And the 3 off target. Chicago trailing here. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
Gibson. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's on Tyson Chandler.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Warren. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Chandler with the screen on Butler. Clock at 6. Here's Tucker. Gasol with the rebound.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
Here's Bledsoe. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
The feed to McDermott. Here's Rose. Right through the knee for the layup. And here is Knight. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. For 3, Bledsoe got it off in time, but it's no good. And so a tie game here as we end this low-scoring first quarter. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the court for the Suns, John Lewis out there with Alex Len. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Ronnie Price, and it's Booker in at the 2 guard. McDermott with a steal. Here's Butler, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lure can't hit. Chicago leading.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
They get the rebound. Here's Lure. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Booker with it. To the inside. Pass to Teletovic. Lots of room. The dish to Booker. Over to the left wing. Here's Warren. Booker in the corner. The three-pointer is right on target. Booker's got 7.
Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
In the corner, it's McDermott. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Out to the right wing. From about 16. Missed the shot. He's made 3 and missed 3 from the field. Out to the wing. And Gibson kicks to Brooks. No good on the triple. Suns trail by 6. Pass to Warren. Lets it go with the 3. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Butler. He dishes it to Noah. Good D by Price. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
The Bulls leading by 6. McDermott, the open look. That one's good from the corner. McDermott's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls' season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for Doug McDermott. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Lure. Jenkins comes in for T.J. Warren. Brandon Knight's checked in for Booker. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Ronnie Price.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Suns trail by 5. 13 feet away. Here's Knight. A second chance effort.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Butler with the steal. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now here's Brooks. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's good. Butler's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls.
He's making it look easy scoring out there because he's much more efficient here in the second.
Bledsoe for 3, and down it goes just as the clock hit 0. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls out front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. We are seeing a tremendous game from... Jimmy Butler.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because of that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing well.
And that's just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar to make sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Here's Booker after Pau Gasol's bucket. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And with Rose again, he showed flashes last season of his level of play, Clark, before the injury.
Yeah, exactly. And you hate to see any player go down with injuries, especially a talent like Derrick Rose. He still needs to show that he can regain that high level of NBA play for an entire season. I think that's just a matter of time, Kevin.
He feeds it to McDermott. Outside Gibson. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Suns trail by 7. Knight on the wing. Again, the miss by Knight.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's McDermott. Oh, that's blocked. Booker with it. Gibson on him. And stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And there's McDermott. That's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 5 assists in the game. Well, Phoenix shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Bledsoe kicks to Teletovic. Shoots from the corner. Wow, way off on that one.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Gibson passes to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. McDermott dishes to Butler. Just 2 to shoot. And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
The Bulls making a switch here. Moore's checked in. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Tyson Chandler is checked in for John Lure. T.J. Warren comes in for Mirza Teletovic. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Price in for Eric Bledsoe. Here's Chandler. Rejected by Gasol. Rose, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's Rose.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Price hits them both. 1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. Rose kicks to Gibson. Moore right side. Over to the wing. Here's McDermott. That one a little long.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Out tonight. Feeds it to Price. Moore with the steal. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Eric Bledsoe checked in for Phoenix.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Now here's Bledsoe. 5 points in the game. Good on the three-point shot. Bledsoe's got 8 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Booker the pass tonight. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
Knight dishes to Chandler. Can't hit. Gasol with the defensive effort. Rose kicks to Moore. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Moore's got himself on the board with 3 there. Bledsoe. Shot is off. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bulls lead by 8. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Chicago leading by 8. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe is out there with Booker. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Lure in at the 4 slot. Bledsoe against Butler. Mirotic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mirotic has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. No good from Bledsoe. Three-pointer, Butler. And the Bulls, another 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Bledsoe passes to Booker. To the paint. Here's Len. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Rejected by Len. Fast break, here come the Suns. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Booker.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.